Hello my peeps, it's Antoinette here. Today we're going to make my birthday cake. We're going to make my angel food cake. Well, not my angel food cake. I got the recipe from Carolyn Ketchum. You know her from All Day I Dream About Food. Yes, she's quite the baker. She's the recipe perfecter is what she is. Her book is loaded with keto baking, and she even tells you what converts, what does not. There's so much information in this book. I highly recommend it. Not sponsored. Carolyn, I'm going to tag you, and if you do see this video, I hope that you would comment below and let me know how I did. Okay, let's get started. I am wearing my party dress, but I have my apron on. So, first thing, she says to line this with parchment paper and not to grease the pan. Otherwise, it's going to crawl up the sides and it's not going to be even and it's not going to be level, you know. So, let me just set this aside. I have a piece of parchment paper here, and I'm just going to draw a circle around now. I'm just going to cut it out with the scissors. I have my round, and next she says to just fold it like so to a cone, and then you just kind of guesstimate a cut. Let's see how I do. That was a little too big. Okay. All right, mine's kind of squared, not exactly round, but this will do. I grabbed my bowl for my 1960s edition of the Sunbeam that I love so much. Okay, we're gonna start mixing the sugars. She said to use Swerve, this is the confectioners, and to do half and half confectioners and half granular. Now, I don't have the Swerve granular right now. This is erythritol, so is the Truvia. The Truvia just has a little bit of stevia as well. So I'm gonna go with it. 1/2 cup each. Looking at her recipe, I switched to the smaller bowl because we don't want to add all the sweetener into the flour bowl at once. So just get my 1/2 cup leveled. That's the confectioners, and now the Truvia. Sweeteners are in the bowl. Whew. Now we just want to mix this and then set it aside. Next, we grab the flour bowl. We need 1 3/4 cup of almond flour into the bowl. I had enough. In here, you know, I had that big old tub of whey protein isolate, and so I put it into little smaller containers. Here we're going to need 1/2 cup of whey protein isolate. She says that's a requirement and that you cannot convert this to coconut flour. Next, we're going to mix in half of the sweeteners. That's about right. I'm just going to give this a spin. Now, there's a very important step. We have to sift this mixture 3 times. I have sifted through twice so far. And I'll tell you what, the second time is way more fine than the first. I see why. This is gonna be great. Now, you do need another bowl, you know, to make this happen, so. Look how fine this flour is now. I mean, it is as super fine as it gets. Next, we're going to do the egg whites. So this calls for 10 eggs. So I just did 1/3 cup, which is equivalent to 2 large eggs, 5 times, which is equal to 1.67 cups. Just do it 5 times. You could also separate your eggs. To that, I have 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. And we are going to froth this up. You could just use a hand mixer for this. It's the top setting, number 12 for egg whites. You can see how nice and frothy my egg whites are. This took no time at all, but it is quite loud. So next we have the rest of the sweetener, and while the beater is going, we're gonna gradually stir this in to medium peaks. Those are some beautiful peaks. This did not take very long at all, just a few minutes. Now we're gonna add the extract. Carolyn uses almond extract and vanilla to 1.5 teaspoons. But I really don't want to use almond. I'm going to use vanilla, and I'm going to use Lorienne's cake batter extract. Now this is highly concentrated, so I'm just going to use 1/8 teaspoon of this and a teaspoon of vanilla. I remembered that I had these parchment rounds, so I thought, all right, well, I'm just gonna cut out a circle here and put it over this, just so I just want to make sure that it doesn't stick, like right there, you know. I don't want to rip the cake. So I got that on there. There we go. That fixed my snafu. We're at the final stretch. So I have these beautiful egg whites and my flour mixture, and we're just gonna fold it in. She says in 4 folds. Combine well but carefully. Okay, now first of all, I want to tell you that this recipe is not in this book. I was hoping that I could find it in the book, but I will link her video below so that you could check into that if you're interested. And let's just taste and see how this went. I just love that Lorienne's because I can taste the cake batter in here. It just gives it such a nice sweet flavor. All right, I'm gonna fold in the flour. Here is my beautiful batter. I can see why the almond flour mixture must be sifted 3 times. This does need to be extremely fine. I mean, after all, it's Angel Food cake. I'm going to put it in the pan, and in the oven it goes. First for 20 minutes, then we're going to turn it for another 20. 2 years ago, I did do an Angel Food single serving souffle birthday video talking about me and my twin sister. And my sister always got the chocolate cake and I always got the Angel Food. And that my mother, you know, always got us our own cakes. to keep us as individuals. I'm going to go ahead and link that down, because if you want to make a little single serving, yeah, Angel Food Cake, that is such a great recipe. It's delicious too, and you'll get another backstory. All right, we'll see you when it comes out of the oven. I got my kitchen put back together. I even got the floor mopped. I just have the dishes in the sink over there. So there's 2 minutes to go. Let's take a look. Well, it looks like it cracked a little bit. Maybe I didn't plop enough. Make sure you plop enough, but it looks great. I'm taking it out. It smells really good. Looks like Angel Food Cake. Next, we're gonna flip it on its prongs. The cake is flipped, and she says to just do the touch test, you know, just so that it's like springy, because it looks like you could cook it longer, you know, like other cakes, but you don't. It passed the sponge test, the fingertip test. So we're gonna let it cool for 30 minutes. While it's cooling, I'm gonna tell you, tomorrow is really not our birthday. It was June 9th, but the weather here in Wisconsin was very strange this year. It was too cool. Well, for a lake party, I mean, we're having a brisket truck come and everything. So we decided to combine Father's Day with our birthday. Now me, I'm also celebrating my soul brother, Johnny Depp. We were born 30 minutes apart. I've told you that before. Congratulations, Johnny, for clearing your good name. That was one toxic relationship. I watched the whole trial. Well, because I'm currently unemployed. Not for long. I have a lot of action going on. We'll see what happens. The cake is cooled. It's still warm, but I can touch it. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it, and then Carolyn recommends using a very skinny knife, not serrated, you know, skinny knife like this, and go around the edges. So that's what I'm going to do next. Gonna flip it. All right, it's great. Just gonna take the knife and go around the edges. I went all around the edges, not as perfectly as Carolyn, but she's the baker. And then I went along the inside here as well. Let's see if I can pull it out. Oh. It's not perfect, but it's out. Yeah, she did a much better job at that. Okay, you know, on this, I could not make this look pretty. So I cut it up and I put it on a platter. I will tell you, I mean, this is very keto. Tell me what I did wrong, Carolyn. I don't know what I did wrong. It's absolutely delicious, but I'm gonna have to go to the store and get a regular Angel Food Cake for the non-sugar-free people. And my sister requested that I make a sugar-free Angel Food Cake, but I think that I'm gonna have to bring both. It's very moist. I'll show you. It seems to fall apart pretty easily, but I mean, it's really good. I mean, the taste is spot on. This is excellent for keto Angel Food Cake. I would make this for myself for sure, but to bring it to a party, I have to do both. The consistency is very different from a store-bought Angel Food Cake. So off to the store I go. I'm back from Pick and Save. This is all that they had, were these little crappy Angel Food cakes. I mean, there's gonna be 20 people there. My sister is doing the strawberries and the whipping cream, so that's why I'm only concerned about the cake. So I got 2 of these. The good thing is that these don't look any better than my cake. So I'm happy about that. My sugar-free cake looks much better. I'll show you them side by side. See? Which one would you rather eat? Mine does look more tasty and it's definitely more moist. So I'm just going to put tags on this one saying sugar-free. I've had enough of this for one day. I'm going to take my grandson swimming at my pool. He is in the bedroom playing video games, just waiting for me to get done with this cake. We'll see you next time.